Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Love. Welcome to the class, and I'm going to be explaining the assignment 2 to all of you. Congratulations on finishing assignment 1, and please know that you will get your grades before submitting your assignment 2. Like I said, this is going to be due in a couple of weeks, but I wanted to just make sure that I give you enough information so you can start on it. You have the case study group project that you're working on, but I do know that many of you are working full time and you're juggling your family and school and everything else. I want to just give you as much information about what is due and making sure that you have opportunities to ask me questions instead of waiting at the last minute, right? Assignment 2 is an initial budget analysis of your program. This is just the first pass at your program that you're creating, and you don't have to worry about right now the budget models that we talked about in class. I want you to think about what's coming in and what's going out. In other words, in the finance or budget world, revenue, what's coming in and what's going out, which is the expenses. What do you need to hand in? The final product is going to be this. You still have to have a title page in APA 7th edition student version, not the professional version. Please don't forget to put a page number on the right top hand corner. Second deliverable within this project is the abstract, otherwise known as the summary. It's going to tell me the revenue and the expenses of your program. The third one is 2 tables. One table is going to include the revenue, the budget only, not what's been happening, just the first column, and this will make sense when I get to this section. The second table is going to be your expenses. The fourth item, which is a little bit different from your assignment 1, is after each of the table, you're going to have line by line justification of the item that you have included. Either an explanation or justification. And of course, like any paper in graduate school, you need to have a reference page with APA 7th edition formatting. I just told you that you need to include 2 tables. You're going to create 2 tables, revenue and expenses. Unlike the first assignment where I know there was some points where you can create some things just because some of you pick programs that are well established and some programs are not well established. In our case, the revenue and expenses are going to be really clearly laid out. Some of the things that you may include in your revenue and expenses may be very similar to each other in this case. And then after each of the tables, you're going to have line by line justification for each table. Bullet points are fine, one sentence is fine, and I'll give you an example. The first table will include, it's a revenue, what's coming in. You'll include tuition, dollars, development, etc. from chapter 2. And you're going to include table 3.2, which are expenses. And you're going to look at some of these pages in your textbook to get a feel for what you need to include in your tables. After each of the tables, you're going to have some justification. What does this mean? Line by line justification. I don't want you to give me a long narrative. Basically, for instance, for your expenses, you decided that you need 5 faculty members, 2 full-time and 3 part-time, for instance. That's in your expenses table, let's say. The bullet point that you're going to have after the 7th edition table format that we talked about would be program A had 2 full-time and 3 part-time faculty members for X number of students. Let's say there were 200 students in the program. And then you're going to cite the program that you have looked at from assignment 1. As you can see, it builds from assignment 1, assignment 2. The case study is going to really give you a nice overview of what you're going to pursue at the end of the semester. At the end of the semester, your final project, your paper, and your presentation are going to focus on the development of your academic program, as well as a main focus on your budgeting and financial planning of that program. You could probably see where it's leading, right? When you look at the table in your textbook, if you haven't done so, take a look now. Okay, I'm going to pause a little bit so you can open up your textbook. And when you look at the columns, remember, I'm just interested in the first column right now. Don't worry about the other 3 columns that are in there. We're going to talk about that later. But I want you to get a sense of what the actual budget, what do you need to run the program that you are creating from what you have researched so. The references would be, of course, your textbook is going to go in there, unlike your assignment 1. You're going to refer to the 2 programs that you referred to in assignment 1. You have the opportunity to actually decide to look at another program if it's a little bit more appropriate. That is fine. You just have to let me know. And explore the iPads website, not the Apple iPads, but this is a website that we talked about in class, which is a national website that gives you all the information about the schools in the United States. Here's a website. Take a look. If you're using this website, you have to include it in your reference. I hope this was informative in terms of what you need to do for assignment 2. And you'll have plenty of weeks to ask me questions and opportunities to with each other to brainstorm and get a feel for what you need. I will talk to you soon. Once again, thank you again for being so interested in creating your programs. And I'm really looking forward to seeing all your programs come to life at the end of the semester. I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in class soon. Good luck. Bye-bye, everyone.